How's my hair? Is it all right? You ever started to do something, and by the time I don't know, maybe you wanted to order something online, by the time you got out your phone to do something, you saw 3 notifications, and then you never got back to what it is you were trying to originally do? I can't ever get anything done because by the time I chase every side path or whatever, it's I never get back to what I intended to do in the first place. Similarly, I guess Sunday morning we got up real early to do a few chores, and Bethany and the baby stayed home, and we got here. I mean, we left early, and we got here, the kids and I, and Linda was like, "I'll go find a comb." Oh yeah, and it was rightfully deserved. My kids hadn't been looked at, but it made me think of in James chapter 1 when we're supposed to look into the perfect law of liberty. One of the interesting things about the end of the epistles is so much of the edification is, do you know the word? Hold fast, Timothy. Are you being noble-minded and studying the word and being devout? But here in James we have another level of this, right? And let's read in James chapter 1, verse 21. Therefore lay aside all filthiness and overflow of wickedness, and receive with meekness the implanted word, which is able to save your souls. Be doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving yourself. For if anyone is a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like a man observing his natural face in the mirror. For he observes himself, goes away immediately, and forgets what kind of man he was. But he who looks into the perfect law of liberty and continues in it, and is not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this one will be blessed in what he does. And the admonition here is simple. When we look into the law of liberty, when we look into the doctrine, when we look into the scripture, and we see something, we need to take it to heart. We can't have ADHD on our phone and go off to the side forgetting what it was we intended to do. We can't look into the mirror, recognize our flaws, and not address them. It's a comical scene if you think about it here, especially when you're preparing for something important. Can you imagine going for a job interview or your wedding day or some other notable event in your life, looking in the mirror and just being like, oh, well, I won't worry about that today. No, that's not how any of us would act. And what is a bigger event than preparing for heaven and putting our souls right? And James's admonition again here is, listen to the word, but then go out and do it. Make yourself correct and do what it is that God has asked us to do. And that's the message I'll share with you tonight. Let's not be listeners only, but doers, happy doers of the word, making ourselves more perfect like Christ, working in his kingdom to bring others to his church and his salvation, and lifting each other up in the work here. If you're not a member of God's family, we always have our baptistry ready for a new baptism, or if you want us to pray with you for any number of reasons, we're here for you. And you can come forward now as we stand and sing if you like.